If you're an Amazon seller and you're wanting to learn more about the new fees that Amazon is rolling out for their inventory and fulfillment fees, then you gotta keep watching this video because I'm about to be talking with Evan, who actually works for Amazon. He's in the logistics and fulfillment side of things, so he knows his stuff when it comes to fulfillment and logistics and everything like that. So we're gonna be talking about the new fees. He's gonna be explaining to us how to also avoid these new fees. So you gotta keep watching until the very end. So let's jump right into it with me introducing you to Evan. What's up, Evan?
Hey, what's up, Ian? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Thanks for jumping on this video with me, man. So let's go ahead and jump into the first fee that these guys need to know about, and then later we can talk about how they can avoid it.
Yeah, so the first fee is called the inbound placement fee. Basically, every carton you send into Amazon, you'll be charged by the unit. So that could be up 23 cents up to 80 cents for every unit. So let's say the average is 25 cents for large standard sized items. Basically, like you send in 1,500 units, you're now going to be charged nearly $400 as an added cost for that shipment now.
Now, does that fee apply to every product of every category, every size and stuff like that?
Yeah, every seller has to pay it. There is a way to get out of it, but it applies to everyone.
And when is this new fee going to actually take place and start being charged to sellers?
So it was supposed to start on April 1st, but because of all the backlash from sellers, Amazon has said they're going to refund the fees up until May 14th. So it's supposed to start April 1st, but now they're giving some leeway. It's actually going to start May 14th after that.
May 14th, 2024. So if you guys are watching this before then, which you're probably not because it's like, that's like in a couple of weeks. Actually, maybe you are. But anyway, so May 14th is when that new fee is going to start. Evan, how can sellers potentially avoid this fee?
Yeah, so everyone's complaining about it, but not a lot of people are talking about a backdoor way to get around it. If you send your products to AWD, which is Amazon's third-party warehouse, you can actually bypass the fee. Now, their warehouse does have other fees you'll have to pay for, but if you can fit a lot of units in your carton, then it's worth it to go to AWD before going to a fulfillment center because you'll be able to bypass that inbound placement fee. And you'll also be able to bypass the second fee, which is the low inventory fee, which we haven't gotten to yet. That's another benefit.
Now, this bypass, do you think it's like a forever kind of bypass, or do you think this is like a temporary kind of bypass? Like eventually Amazon will charge you at AWD as well?
Yeah, so I think it's a permanent bypass. I think they're trying to get people to move into their fulfillment network and reward them for doing that. I think the temporary bypass is when people are using shipment softwares to manipulate ship to addresses. Amazon has been sending out emails saying, don't do that. So those short-term loopholes are coming to an end, but AWD I'd expect to be open for a while.
Okay, cool. So
Yeah.
what is that second fee that you were just hinting at?
Yeah, the low inventory fee. Amazon charges you if you have too much inventory. Now it's if you have too little inventory. Too little inventory means you have beneath 28 days, and they'll tack on a fee to every unit sold once you're beneath 28 days of inventory.
So they literally look at your sales velocity, and that's how they're calculating. It's like it's not a certain number. It's literally just 28 days of inventory based on your past sales.
Yeah, so they use your past 90 days and your past 30 days. So they run your current stock against your 90-day sale velocity, your 30-day sales velocity. And if both of those come out to be under 28 days, then they start tacking on that fee. So it's good that they do both because it prevents just short-term spikes from making you fall beneath 28 days. But
yeah, I mean, it's kind of a bummer because like, what if your product is seasonal, highly seasonal? So let's say you're going to sell way more in Q1 or Q4. And then also like everybody sells, or typically everybody sells more in Q4. So, you know, is that going to throw off, like, do you have to now have a big inventory to avoid that fee in Q1 and Q2 when Q4 is really your season?
I think they actually just came out with an email this morning about if you sell less than 20 units in the past 7 days, then you'll be exempt from it. So I think they are catching on to that. I don't know the exact press release on it, but I think they'll be fixing that going forward, trying to make it a little bit better.
Okay, so basically it seems like Amazon is incentivizing sellers to hold a much larger inventory with them, and potentially then if you have a larger inventory, are you then potentially paying more in storage fees?
Yeah, so if you send it to AWD, they have lower storage fees than Amazon, and they're actually pretty competitive to most third-party warehouses. Technically, you're paying more in storage, but it's going to be comparable to if you were using a third-party warehouse to begin with to prevent going out of stock and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you think that Amazon's reasoning behind it is because they really don't want their sellers going out of stock, or is it that they're trying to get more fees on this other place, or I mean, what do you think is their ultimate reason for charging this low inventory fee?
Yeah, I think Amazon internally, I mean, ever since Andy Jassy became the CEO, is really focused on turning a profit and making their fulfillment network profitable on its own. Because in the past, AWS bailed them out all the time, and the fulfillment network was just a drain. So I think they're trying to work as hard as they can to make it profitable and making sure that sellers are not paying more fees, but they're trying to find out how can we optimize our inventory movement without us spending a ton of money. Yeah, it's a little bit of a rough ride as they figure that out, but it's for good reason if you were a shareholder and owner of the company, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, thanks so much, Evan, for jumping on this video and sharing some insider knowledge. Actually, I guess I need to be careful with saying that because you are an insider, but it's not in that way insider.
All public knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah. It's public knowledge, public stuff. But thank you so much for sharing some of the stuff. If any of these viewers want to get in touch with you, what's the best way they can go about doing that?
Yeah, I'm most active on Twitter. So if you just find me at Evan Swanson, FBA, that's the easiest place to connect with me.
Yeah, and you can either search just Evan Swanson, or his handle is actually at Evan Swanson FBA. So go follow Evan. He's got some really good knowledge and information that he's putting out on a regular basis on Twitter. Hopefully you'll also see Evan more regularly on my YouTube channel, because we definitely want to start making more videos. And apologies on my horrible voice right now. I'm battling some chest congestion or something like that. So I sound like I smoke a pack a day. I don't smoke a pack a day. Anyway, thanks, Evan, for jumping on this video with me, man. If you guys don't know what we do at Evolve Media, just a real quick rundown. My name is Ian Smith with Evolve, and we basically create content for Amazon sellers. Evan is actually an Amazon seller, and he's a client of ours, and he actually hired us a few times now to create photo and video content for some of his brand new listings. So if you guys are wanting to increase your conversion rates, increase the performance of your PPC ad spend, then hit us up. Go to emaamz.com. You can look at our portfolio and our pricing and all that kind of stuff. And then we have a free Amazon listing checklist you can get access to by going to amzchecklist.com. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.